instruments.
Wow.
Hey guys, welcome to Project Melon Music's YouTube channel, and with your host Young, and we are here with Twice Removed. So guys, welcome guys.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad yourselves.
Pretty good.
Doing
Pretty good. Cold.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, guys, could you introduce yourself and what you do within the band?
Sure. I'm Rick. I play bass. They call me the Angry Gnome because I am about 4 feet tall.
I think you're giving yourself too much credit.
That's true. I'm 3.5 feet tall.
That's better.
I'm Roland. I play drums and vocals.
I'm Mike, the guitar and some background vocals as well.
Gary Moss, I do the lead vocals and some guitar work.
There's a lot of guitar.
Cool.
And a lot of guitar work.
So yeah, let's dive into some questions. So as kids, what were you listening to?
I grew up with, I was a Kiss fan forever. And until I realized, it's more show than music. Then I got into Yes and Rush and just classic rock, the stuff we grew up with. Boys?
Yeah, I was grew up with Motown, doo-wop, Elvis Presley, Kiss, and then it just took off from there. Robin Trower, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then just into hard rock and metal from there.
I started off with softer stuff, believe it or not, with Moody Blues and Eric Clapton and stuff like that. And then when I decided to learn guitar, then it turned into whoever I thought was good, I wanted to copy and tried. And that got into Black Sabbath, Santana, Dire Straits. And then before you know it, all the American scene blew up with Van Halen. And then the British invasion came, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, all
Second
that.
wave.
And I just dove in head first, and I just kept going with that. And I think the list of people that I don't listen to is probably shorter than the list of people I do listen to. So we'd be here for a while with the rest of that.
I grew up with loving Rush, Uriah Heep, Robin Trower. I love Robin Trower. Is my favorite guitar player. Is my second favorite guitar player right here. Anything from the 60s and 70s and 80s, I love. I listen to everything.
Raiders,
Paul Revere and the Raiders, the Monkees. We go way back there.
Beatles.
The Beatles. I'm a huge Beatle fan. Huge. It's all mixed in there. Everything gets mixed into our writing. So that's basically it.
Cool. Yeah. So who actually got you? Who actually got you into sort of like, say, you know what, I want to play like the drums or the bass or the guitar? Who actually got you into it?
Ace Frehley got me into it before I could play. I just liked the Flash. I thought he was the coolest person on the planet. And then when I knew better, I started getting to Yes very heavily. I loved the Fragile album. And I came about 74, 75 with A Caress of Steel by Rush and Fly By Night. That's when I got my first guitar and started figuring that stuff out first. The first song I ever learned was Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. I think everybody learns that one first. But that's really where it began, and it just blossomed from there. I'm a bass player, I'm a guitar player, but I've switched over to bass because these guys are better than me.
Well, and the bass players are at short supply.
Here we go.
Bass players are at short supply in America here. You can't find a really good bass player. And most of them are really short anyway. So but mine was Jimi Hendrix got me started playing. And I first heard Jimi Hendrix when I was in junior high school back in the 20s. And
Did they have electricity then?
we had electricity, but it was just Jimi Hendrix got me started. And then Hendrix, Trower, and then everybody else came afterwards. So Jimi Hendrix, I'd say, got me started.
Yeah, as far as drummers go, it was DJ Fontana from Elvis's rockabilly group, and then it was Ronnie Tutt with Elvis in the 70s, and then it turned into Peter Criss from Kiss, and then it just escalated from there. Now it's, you know, who doesn't love Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater
Mangini.
and Mangini and all the progressive guys? They're incredible.
Mitch Shrimpton.
And
He's a
you know,
big
and
Bellevue,
I like the older jazz guys too. You know, so that's about it on me.
I got into it after 6 months or so of saxophone, believe it or not. And I'd go to the music store to get more reeds and stuff. And I saw guys taking guitar lessons. And I did have a guitar laying around from my aunt who had given me one when I was a young kid, but I never played it. And I was like, nah, I want to learn this thing. This looks challenging. It's very cool. I wanted to get good at it. I was like, how long is this going to take? I don't care. I really want to learn how to play this thing. And then that's what got me fired up and going. And just set my mind to do that. And just thought, I'm going to do it. Come hell or high water, I'm going to learn how to play this thing. And
Man, can he play that thing?
And I went for it. I just kept going. And at that young age, I had plenty of time to do it too, which was great. I'm really glad that I did it then without, you know, real life in the way, you know, being a young kid. So I had plenty of time, which was great. So that got me into guitar that way.
Cool.
Give him a question.
So, sort of like, I was going to ask you this question, but I will ask it anyway. Who actually really inspired you to actually say, I want to get really, really good as a musician?
Wow, I'd say Hendrix, Trower, any of those guitar players. John McLaughlin from the Mahavishnu Orchestra. Love John McLaughlin. That guy he was amazing. He's still around today too. He's still amazing. He got me any good guitar player. Ted Nugent, he was fine back then. Everybody thought he was good back then.
Al Di Meola,
Al Di Meola.
Land of the Midnight Sun.
Yeah.
That-
There's so many. It's hard to say. You know, we just listen constantly and take everything in as much as we can, and like steal some licks here and there. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun banging out, you know, heavy metal rock stuff, but it's also great to learn the intricacies of the instrument. You know, I mean, that way you can play everything. And when I'm not banging out basic chords and stuff for hard rock, I'm trying to figure out more intricate finger picking and things like that, just to keep bettering myself. Never ending learning process.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think we learn from each other as well. We have all the outside influences, but we also have the inside influences of all of us together.
Kind of
So-
we push each other. In the studio, working on our albums,
That's a nice promotion.
we our producer, he has a great way of making us play something better. He's like, "Is that what you want to play?"
Yeah, and then just
And then, like, oh, I guess not. So it's always pushing ourselves, trying to live on the edge.
because everybody has an idea of what the song should be like, and then to have the fifth member from the outside looking at the song when we're recording it, saying, "Well, why don't you try to do it this way? Why don't you try to do it?" That's always important too, because we rehearse it one way, and then you get in the studio, and it develops a little differently in the studio. And that was Mike's first time in the studio with us. We've done 3 albums before Mike got with us, and we said, "You got to watch. This is how it's going to work." And he found out the hard way.
Yeah,
You know,
that was an
a
experience.
learning
Yeah.
experience. But the producer pulls the best out of you. You know, he doesn't. If his name's going to go on it, he wants it to be good, and he pulls the best out of you. And he pulled the best out of you.
Yeah,
Still hurts.
yeah.
Yeah, his name's Jeff Canada.
Jeff Canada from Jasper Rath.
Oxford Circus Studios.
Yeah, great place. Promotion.
Good. Plug.
Plug.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got a question from the chat there from our good friend and moderator, Lisa Boo. She asks, can you describe your favourite performance in your career?
That's a tough one.
Wow. Well, we were all in different bands before this band got together, and I've had several opening slots. We've opened up for Yngwie. We opened up for Wasp. We opened up for
We opened up for Wasp.
Right.
I think Ingvar was there.
Yeah, we were in a band 15, 20 years ago together as well. The Tom Tom Club. It's just highlights that you never forget playing through. I mean, you have this crowd of people, and you're just hoping that they're there for you, but you know that they're there for the big guys. But it's just something you don't forget.
We opened up for Blue Oyster Cults, Blackfoot, Donnie Irish, which was really strange because he's even shorter than Rick, and that's hard to believe.
It is.
But it's just they're all in your memory. Just
Joey
it's,
Jett.
and we're still playing, so it's hard to say because some of our new performances are good too. So I don't really remember one. The Blue Oyster Cult one, it was 80s, sometime in the 80s, back in Pennsylvania. 9 bands. We were like the 4th on. It was 100 degrees, and they had like 50,000 par watts on us, and we played great. But that was a tough one. Anyway, that's what I remember. We hope that answered your question.
It's hard to put your finger on just performance.
It is. There's so many. Next question.
Yeah, especially, yeah. So, I was going to ask you, were there any bands, were you in any bands before you started Twice Removed?
Yeah, and we're also a couple of us are in what we call them cover bands over here, where we play. I have a show tonight where we go out and we play other people's music, and just keeps our fingers alive.
What's the name of the band?
My cover band is actually called Red Moon Jam, and we are playing tonight. Pretty nice little show, but it keeps you nimble, keeps you in the scene in between shows. We've just with Twice Removed again. We've just put out our 4th album, so we're putting together our schedule, and you'll be seeing us. Well, if you tune in, you'll be seeing us throughout the spring and the summer.
I think we just got booked on Johnny Carson. So
Did we?
yeah.
15 years too late. And then these guys have a cover band as well.
We're back in the day. It's just a cover band playing other people's music.
All classic rock.
Classic rock. You go out and you play, you have some fun, make a little money, have a good time.
And we've been playing together for 40 years now.
Ooh.
On and off regularly.
Yeah.
So we just can't be without each other.
Yeah.
Match made in hell.
You can look at it. Next question.
We've got another question from Lisa Boo. She asks, what is your favorite venue for performing?
Ooh. Well, right now for the smaller clubs, there's a lot of smaller clubs out here. We do clubs. What was the one we did with Twice Removed? What was the name of that place?
Bleachers.
There's a police. Yeah, it's in Bristol, Connecticut, and it was called Bleachers. They have a great. See, a lot of places around here don't have built-in PA systems. We have to bring our own. But this place has got a beautiful PA, beautiful lights, and a sound man, which is always nice. Yeah. That's one less headache to have to worry about. There's a club in New Haven, just outside Yale University, called Toad's Place. That's also a very fun place. Major acts for years have been playing that. The Stones actually played there.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
We saw Joe Jackson there.
Robin Trower.
Trower. Toad's Place in New Haven. It's a landmark.
Yeah.
And we are in the northeast of the United States. I'm sure that there's nicer venues across the country, but that's basically our experiences. Like 3,000 to 4,000 seat arenas, things like that.
Back in Pennsylvania, we played at a place, I don't think it's there any longer, but that place was called The Station. It was all 18th century train cars that they put together, and they were real lavish. And your dressing room was an 18th century train car. It was absolutely amazing. It was what a great club that was. Big stage, a lot of room to spread out, and a lot of people. We do 600 people a night on a Thursday night in there, which was big back then. That was the 80s, though. But there's small venues around here that are really good. We played a place called Real 99. It's a small little bar, but what a great place that is to play. You know, there's great places.
Yeah.
It's the smaller bars. You get more intimate with the people. You get your friends there. When Gary and I were in a band called Redheaded Stepchild, and somehow the band got a band drink, which was called a Redheaded Slut. I don't even remember what was in it. But we 3 or 4 songs into our set, we'd look down at the edge of the stage and there'd be 20 shots lined up.
Yeah. And then we wouldn't see the end of the show.
There had been a nice place in Montauk, Connecticut. I used to love to play, Cook's Cafe.
Cooks was good, yeah.
It was great for heavy metal, and they had some carpet in there and rug, which did well for the sound instead of the hard reflective surface.
It was like an underground cavey kind of thing, but it was
Very
really
underground.
cool.
They went out during the COVID, and he lost business during the whole COVID shutdown thing. But we loved it, and they loved us at the time. The band I was in, which was called Firstborn, and they went nuts for the heavy metal we did. We loved it. It self-feeded on itself, and I always loved playing there. And I do miss it. I wish it would come back, but I don't know what else is going to happen, going forward. So. But it was a wonderful place, Cook's Cafe.
I see love stories about venues. Yeah, venues. I mean, they're kind of you find a place that they just love you, you love them. It's a home away from home, and you always feel at home, and it's just a great vibe. And different people, different places mean different things to different people.
Yeah,
and it's nice playing in front of people that
Appreciate it.
that really
Yeah,
like what you're doing. Yeah.
and make fun of you and interact, and it's just beautiful.
No one would ever make fun of your shortness.
No.
I don't believe
And
it.
having a great following helps too. I mean, it took a while, but we did get a good following, and we have.
Those 3 people love us.
Yeah,
Our
our fan always shows up.
We do have great, and that not only are they super fans, but they're also our super friends.
Yeah.
they're really nice, great people, and they've become kind of family.
Cool. So, what have you been up to, especially in the last year or so?
Well, recording this new
Awesome.
album.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
spending all our time recording that, writing it, recording it, rehearsing it first, and then
Yeah.
going in the studio. And shameless promotions. This is probably
On sale now.
this is probably the best CD we've got 4. This I would say is our best one. It's got some great songs on there, some good playing. There's great drumming on there, and the bass player is exceptional. That's what we've done, and going out and playing some live shows to help make the money to go record that, because it's not cheap either. But because it's all funded by us, we funded the album by ourselves, and it's what we love to do. So we'll go out and play shows, roll that money over, and go in and record songs. We've got another couple songs already to go for the next album, so it's never ending.
Cool.
But that's what we've done.
Cool. Have you? Are you planning on, or have you released singles from this album yet?
Everything is on Spotify and
Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation, we have
iTunes.
iTunes. It's all out there. People can access it.
Amazon Music.
It's on
It's
YouTube.
it's on all the music formats.
We have a website.
Yep, we have a website.
We have a
now.
website that they can go on. I don't know if there's any songs up there yet.
Facebook
but Facebook. Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
and Instagram.
So it's out there for people to hear if they know. If you've never heard of the band, then obviously you might not listen to them. But give us a chance to listen to us, and I think you're going to like it because it's good.
You can go onto Facebook and look up Twice Removed. There might be 2 of them, but we're the one in the Northeast, and we have a couple of our songs from the new album, and I think some from the old the last album as well up there. So you can get a preview of what we sound like, and
And we're on YouTube as well.
we obviously we have the new one is in our grubby little fists right now.
I watched mine.
Yeah, we've sold out of the other one, so we have to order some more. But all of our music will be available to you within, shoot us a line and we'll get it to you as fast as we can.
And most bands promote by making T-shirts. We did bowling balls, and they're kind of tough because you throw them into the crowd and somebody gets wet.
It hurts.
So,
It really does.
you have to really not do that. The oven mitts weren't. We did oven mitts too, but when people clapped for us, you couldn't hear it, so
Yeah.
that wasn't good either. So we tried.
Our advertising department was just
They were
we
horrible.
had to fire them.
Yeah.
That was my wife. I fired her.
Yeah.
Was upstairs and gonna kick my ass in a
She
minute.
doesn't know yet.
I was going to ask, well, you just said that you've been working on some new material. Are you planning on doing that over the next year or so, bringing out new material?
We've been putting out an album. Well, every album it seems we gain another member. These guys put out the first album. The
By
the second two albums, we were a trio,
And now we got Mike.
and then we have Mike for the fourth album. So
So yes, we are planning probably late fall, maybe maybe you go back in the studio and see, and maybe lay down a couple more tracks. Depends how we have to get together and rehearse them first. Right now we're in the writing stage, in the very infant writing stage, and it takes a while to push those songs along. Roland had foot surgery, so that kind of slowed us down a little bit. He's a drummer and he really needs that foot. But
It helps.
you know, there's no drum machine that can replace him. So, but we are in the writing. Mike has been writing some. All of us are writing now.
Rick's
so
writing.
Rick's
Yeah.
writing. We could come up with we have enough stuff in the studio that we didn't put out. We could make an album that way already.
that's the thing really nice about this band is there's not just one writer. Everybody has ideas, and we don't always come in with a complete song. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But we'll bang a riff off of the other guys, and ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
But I've got this part for that, and the song slowly develops.
Yeah.
And
Takes a while.
it's a community thing instead of like a Star and those other guys.
No, that's me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Damn
No, we will probably go back and record some more, I would say.
Yeah,
Depending on,
definitely.
you got to if you listen to the song and we rehearse it and you say, oh, well, maybe that's not that good. Or maybe I love that one. We've got an acoustic one going that we absolutely adore. I mean, I do anyway. I think it's amazing. That I definitely want to record right away. I would love to do that. But we just finished the album. So I think we'll lay back a little bit.
We're
and,
going to focus on the new
See how
album
people
and-
like the new one.
yeah.
and let people listen to it, and we're gonna start playing out, hopefully, and
writing
and promote.
all the while writing and seeing what we can get together.
we're gonna do a few release parties, CD release parties soon too. Get that
Look
out
forward to
there,
that.
people,
Yeah.
so people can get out there, listen to it, buy it, etc. So
If they want it, they could go online and email us, and we'll send them a copy.
or
You
they
know,
can download, they can
they can-
buy it,
they
they can
can-
buy it off of iTunes and whatever, download it.
Is this one on iTunes yet?
Almost.
Okay. Again, iTunes takes a while to. We just got this in our hands
Thursday.
Thursday. And so it takes a little bit of time for them to get it up and running, but we do have the other albums on there. So
So
You
you can
can
go
check
on and
them out
listen
there.
to them and peruse it,
tell us what you think. We're hard to pigeonhole. We're all over the place.
Oh yeah, there's different stuff on this album.
Cool. So you did mention that you are going to do some gigs later on. Is there any firm dates for people to go and see you?
We don't have anything confirmed yet. Again, we're just we're going back into rehearsals. We started the recording of this back in June.
No, actually, it was April.
Was it April?
April,
Sorry,
May,
yeah.
May.
And the first tracks to go down are mine and Roland's, and we got them all done before his surgery. But it's nice. It's nice to get them over and done with like that. But now, it's been that long since we've played them out, so we got to go back and
Learn them.
learn them
You have to
again.
go-
you have to go back and
What did I
relearn.
play there?
Yeah,
So once we get to that point, we will be starting our
trying to book some stuff.
Yeah,
world,
we have a booking agent.
our worldwide tour of the tri-state area.
Shock and awe tour.
I'm only going to 2
Yeah,
states. I'm not
wheelchairs and
doing 3.
walkers tour.
It's the wheelchairs and walker tour because we're really old.
Shock. shock and awe.
Yeah, the shock and awe tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're,
It'll
they're
be a
in
shock that
shock
we
and
can-
all that we're still alive.
That's true. We're in awe that we're still going.
Yeah. Everyone else is shocked.
We do enjoy doing this. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great to still be able to,
Yeah.
at this point in our lives, still enjoy the heck out of it.
Sometimes it's tough to get my walker up on the stage because the
Yeah.
steps are high, but I get up there
Yeah.
Give them a nice push
off the stage.
off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, got another question from Elizabeth. She asks, what is the best advice another musician could give you?
Give it up. I think somebody told me once. I didn't really listen. I said, you should quit.
I used to work for Fender Musical Instruments, and I got some secondhand advice from Eric Clapton's guitar tech years ago. He said that Eric tells everyone, learn as much as you can, theory wise, and then try to forget it because it will get in your way when
Yeah.
you're trying to be creative. If you're trying to think of just a major third go there, or what you do, just play it and it will come out eventually. And never give up. Play what you want to play. Don't listen to what anybody else ever gets down on you about the way you play. Just constantly try to get better. Never give up.
I met both DJ Fontana and Buddy Rich, and they both said the same things. Just keep learning, keep practicing, don't stop, because you'll never learn everything. So there's always something to learn at some point. So that's pretty much the advice I got.
What they tell you?
I used to hear you're never going to get anywhere with it. You're never going to make it. You're going to starve.
You are looking thin.
Yeah, well, that's good. I could use some weight loss. But,
What you can say about me.
if I had listened to that and threw it out the window and gave up, I'd probably be very miserable at this point because it just fills in the rest of the holes. No matter what the day job is giving you during the day, you can forget about it when you get back home or on the weekends. And this is something to go, keeps you alive, keeps you fresh.
Just becomes a part of you.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody can give you good advice, bad advice. There's no bad advice, I don't think, out there. And you just take it for what it is. And just keep trying to better yourself. And don't listen to everybody saying, you're great, you're great, you're great.
damn.
Do
you're
what's
gonna-
best for you.
Well, I don't hear it. But
Yeah, you do.
yeah, just
We told you that because we want you to,
so I don't run away.
yeah, exactly.
But it's just always try to better yourself and never disregard anybody's advice because they're trying to help you.
How about you?
I don't recall anyone ever giving me advice except for my wife saying you got to stay away from the microphone. Your vocals are horrible.
Yeah.
It's just you pick things up as you go along, and yeah, a lot of people will say, "Oh, you're really good," or somebody will say, "You suck." You just got to say, "This is what I do. If you like it, that's great, and if not, go buy a CD from someone else." I don't know.
Yeah.
Just go out and it's got to be fun. If we're gonna do it, it needs to be a good time for us, and we all get along great, and we always have a good time. The studio was a blast. This was the most fun we've had recording an album, and we've recorded several. And this was a blast to get this group of people and get in the studio with Jeff. I had a blast. I loved it.
There's no arguments, no nothing.
No.
Yes, there is.
Now there is, but we don't argue, we don't bicker, we just throw things in the middle and you see what sticks and you work with it and then you see what comes out of it.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it's great. My first time doing any recording project. These guys have done it before, like they said before.
Years.
And I learned a lot and had a great time. And meeting a great producer engineer was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to doing this again. I'm really inspired by what I've gotten out of this and am getting out of this. So I'm looking forward very much.
We met Mike during we were playing a house party I was two
For friends.
for some friends. What was that? 2 summers ago, right?
A couple summers
A
ago,
couple
yeah.
summers ago, and it was just the 3-piece back in the day, and we were playing, and the person who was throwing the party said, "Can this guy come up and play?" And we were like, "Sure, we love that." He blew us away. He came up and not knowing any of the songs,
Did a
played
full set.
a full set with us without knowing any of the songs. He was amazing. So we said, "Hey, we're going to make a new album. What do you say?" And he said, "I don't know. You guys kind of stink." He said, "I'll give you a couple dates," and we rehearsed, and he's still here, and he actually enhanced this album. I'd say 1,000%.
Tremendous.
He was amazing. How good he is. This man.
I'm humbled.
Once you listen
I'm
to it,
humbled.
you'll know.
Yeah.
I'm humbled.
Or should
Yeah.
be. He's an amazing guitar player. His name is Mike Kohler.
Cool.
Oh,
So, guys,
name.
we start. Yeah. So, guys, it looks like we're starting there to wrap things up. So, can you remind people where you can actually where people can actually find you guys?
Right here.
On
in the basement.
Garage tour.
Yeah.
Seymour.
We'll be rehearsing out in the garage when it gets warm enough to actually walk outside.
but we're on iTunes. We're on Spotify. We've got some stuff on YouTube. We got some videos up of
Facebook.
some live stuff. We've got
Facebook.
Facebook. Again, it's just Twice Removed, and we're out of. I think
for that
underneath it
logo.
says where we're
Yeah,
from.
there's new ones under that logo right there. So you can look.
Can't miss it.
Not to be confused with some other younger.
There are other twice removed bands,
Younger,
but I mean they're not
yeah.
as good as we are. But anyway,
They're more like Thrice Removed.
yeah, they're
But-
rice removed. I
Yeah.
think you're right.
But yeah,
Yes.
Facebook and
Another question.
Instagram.
I think
That's
we got
the
another.
Facebook page.
that's like that's the page. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
There
Awesome.
you go.
Yes,
Perfect.
that's where you can find us. You can check out the music. Contact us. All our contact information is there.
We're on Reverb Nation.
Yeah,
too.
a lot of our stuff under. I have a Reverb Nation under my name, Gary Moss,
Twice
and then we have Twice Removed. We have Back in the Day. We're all over. We can be found very easy, and you can listen to the songs without purchasing. But we would love it if you purchase them too. Shameless promotion. Sorry.
That's right. Act now, and we'll put you on the
All right.
album.
If you buy one now, you'll get another one for the same price.
Yeah.
So, guys, go check them out. They are absolutely brilliant. I will put the links. I have put the link to your Facebook page in the description. So all the information's there for you guys to actually check. So, any final words before we sort of like sign off?
Well, we'd like to appreciate and everything you're doing for us.
Yeah,
and
thank
what,
you.
And what you do. So we want to thank you for your time.
Thank you for your
Yes,
time.
very much.
Christina says
you.
hello, and you work with her quite a bit over here. She works with us. She's set us up with you, so she's doing a fine job. So shout out to Christina, and
And my wife for tolerating you guys. But,
Right.
And you.
And me.
Right.
They tolerate me and my wife. So that's a shout out to my wife.
Yeah.
No, but thank you for everything.
Well, thank you.
yeah,
Thanks for
appreciate it.
going out of your way.
Go ahead. So, guys,
Take
like I
care.
said, go check out Twice Removed, and yeah, they're absolutely brilliant. So, until next time, guys, catch you all later.
Thank you
Yes,
very
you
much.
too.
Okay, nice.